Hey, this is Michael Brent Collings. I'm the author of Grimmworld, The Witch in the Woods, and I'll be reading a page a day with my real, not at all paid actor kids. Say hi, real kids.
Hi.
We're going to be doing this a page a day until it goes viral. I reach 100 pages or I get tired, whichever comes first. So please don't forget to share, like, comment, all that stuff, and help us go viral for Grimmworld, The Witch in the Woods, which releases March 5th, 2024. Snow started falling, which slowed the trip down. The sun started setting, and that slowed things even more. The world outside, so full of trees and wildlife only a few hours before, seemed to disappear. When Willow looked out her window, all she could see was an ocean of darkness, like they were not going to their new Ida home, but to the emptiest part of outer space. When she peeked out the front window, it was almost worse. The car's headlights caught sheets of snowflakes that shimmered like swarms of silver lightning bugs in the dark velvet night. Only a few feet of the road could be seen ahead of them, and even then what they saw was more a guess than a reality. Silence settled around them, the way it does when you're traveling dark, unknown roads in the snow or rain. There was nothing but the gentle hiss of the heater and the occasional thwip, thwop of the windshield wipers. Willow thought about the old man with the laser blaster that was sometimes a knife. What had he been doing? Where had he disappeared to? How had he stabbed the tire without it going flat until later in the trip? She thought about asking Mom or Dad, but instantly discarded the notion. Her parents had acted like he didn't exist, had refused to even acknowledge the kids talking about him. And Willow somehow doubted that would change. But Jake would talk to her. He had seen what she had. Willow turned and saw Jake propped on his pillow against the door on his side, snoring lightly. Willow didn't like how dark it was. She'd always had problems with the dark, and driving into a world of it was not her idea of fun. She didn't want to sit there and be afraid for the rest of the ride, so she leaned against her door and closed her eyes. Eventually, Willow fell asleep, and she dreamed of a man with gold eyes chasing her through a forest where something scary was making a sound like metal cutting through bone. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Snow fell around her and covered her and everything else. It was dark in her dream, so dark and deep and frightening. Willow ran and ran. She knew she had to find Mom and Dad and Jake, because if she didn't, then they'd be lost forever and she'd be alone in the dark, alone in the night. And then quite suddenly, the snow seemed to part, and Dad was shaking her and saying, "We're here. We're home."